Evolutionary Knight has come back to YouTube. Let's go. All right. Hey, I don't know who needs to hear it, but it's better to appear strange to others than to be a stranger to yourself. Get busy, be yourself. Don't worry about what other people are talking about. Keep progressing. Keep being the best version of you that you are. And like, subscribe, join the channel. Come show me some love. Come spend some time with me. So today we're going to do a spotlight on one of my favorite tanks. When I was coming up in the lower levels, I used Artist to about, I want to say, chapter 20. And in the boss fights to about 10. The level 10 boss fights, and then I needed a tank. I really had to have a tank, so I pushed through, tried to find, who can I use, who do I have the most copies of, and it was the Beast. Right? He's not Cree. I don't want to get too carried away, but he is a beast, big boy, big monster. Watch him come in. It's your boy BOHR, big boy right here, man, yelling, screaming, flexing on him. He's got the shoulder pads, you know what I mean, got the teeth out, pink belly, red belly, whatever you want to call it. Busy, getting busy. So let's jump right into his equipment. What I did with him was I stacked a lot of HP with, of course, I cannot stress it enough. Can't stress it enough. If you have a tank, if you watch, have a tank, and you're not doing damage reduction, you're not doing it right. Use your damage reduction. You're reducing damage. You're reducing damage. Make sure you're doing your damage reduction. All right. So on the boots, we have a damage reduction. This gear isn't that well, isn't that solid, but it's enough that it got me through content. And sometimes I even had to double tank with them. I would throw a Sarah in, Hercules, but ultimately, because of the way he balances himself and the way he handles himself, he made it more effective for me. All right. So we have damage reduction, the 3 key stats that you want on any BOHR: damage reduction, HP percentage, and defense. Right. Those are just tank stats. You want to make sure you stack them as high as you can, get them to a comfortable place, balance them out, and then push through with your character. Up until I got Cree, this was my man's. This was my go-to, right? So we got 1 roll on the HP. We got 2 rolls on the crit damage. Wasn't that very effective, but I got 50% defense, which you can still use HP. Whatever you need, whatever you balance your character with and works, that's what you need to use. 50% HP, defense on the helmet can be HP. 1 roll HP, and I got damage reduction on there, so definitely effective. Again, defense on the hands can go HP. Can't stress that enough. We got 2 rolls of HP on the hands, the best I had at the time. So I stuck it out and kept it on them, okay? Then we go to the Radiant Greaves. We got damage reduction, 1 roll. Had to throw it in there. Need that damage reduction. Very critical in gameplay when you're playing as a tank. 2 rolls of damage reduction, 8.3 is pretty nice. When you get a whole set, it's 15. That's pretty nice, especially if you can get 3 rolls. Then you got the 1+ on the HP on the chest there on the roll, 7.2%. And this one is just atrocious. So for the most part, we did get HP 1 roll, but it is what it is. Again, your gear combination doesn't have to be perfect. Secondary stats doesn't have to be perfect, as long as you hit a solid threshold, right? So I'm at 56% damage reduction just in gear. Then we hop over here. 1.3 mil HP, big boy, big chunky monkey out there getting busy. All right, got the damage reduction. We already talked about that. That's up to 62%, 62%. I said it already. It's up to 62%. Very effective. Shedding off that damage is very, very critical. You want to get, again, your exclusives up to 20 as soon as possible. When you're lower level, you want to get them at 10. 10 is a good starting point to get them at. This gives me 20% more HP, 16% more damage reduction. So you want to make sure you're getting those stats in there, especially the exclusive weapons. You want to make sure you're buying them whenever they come up. You want to make sure you're buying them and getting them on your account. So real quick, we'll go on to story mode. I'm deep in the story mode. I'm not necessarily sure if he is effective for me at this point in the game, but we'll do a quick run. I want to show you what he brings to the table. So what I like about BOHR, number 1, is he throws the enemy back into the back line. What that does is He keeps them away from your backline. And then he bunches them up for you, right? So now, again, throwing them away from your characters. And my backline is sitting back, looking lovely right now, putting out heals and getting busy, right? Lower levels, it's amazing. It's amazing. Solo tanking, it's amazing because he's throwing them back in the back line. Then he walks to the back line. So now all the enemies are following, right? And he keeps your back line safe. Right now, I'd have to re-gearing, getting back into shape. You know what I'm saying? He had to do some push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, get right. I don't have him in the best gear right now, but still, ultimately, he helped me. Right, double tank, double DPS helped me get through this. By keeping the enemy in the back line away from my team. You know what I'm saying? I may not have the DPS to get through this particular chapter, but when you're, again, lower levels, you're in them 20 chapters, 30 chapters, he is very, very solid and will help you get through those chapters and get through some of the content and help you progress. It's a very effective tank. Good in PvP as well. Sometimes you have to manage his ult. His ult will fill up the defense, and as his defense or the purple bar fills up on his health bar, you can't heal him back up. So you have to manage that to make sure it's not it's not used for no reason. All right, just check him out, man. He's a very good, solid tank. We'll get you through some content. That's all I have right now. Any questions, any concerns, hit me up in the comments. Much love to you. Be safe. Peace.